You have changed your color, tried new products, and still something about your reflection feels heavier than it should. Imagine 5 haircuts making you look genuinely, visibly timeless. Not younger in a desperate way, but radiant in the way only a woman with real elegance can look. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are perfecting the 5 haircuts that lift, soften, and refresh everything. And by part 3, you will want to pause this video, walk to your mirror, and take a serious look at what your current cut is actually doing to your face. We are covering 5 complete transformations, each one built for the specific changes that happen to your face and hair after 50. One of them, in part 2, creates the illusion of a lifted jaw in under 48 hours. And the very first one? It is the cut 9 out of 10 women over 50 are wearing in the exact wrong version. Let's go. Part 1. The blunt bob that builds structure. Have you ever looked at a woman your age and thought, what is she doing differently? Her face looks lifted. Her whole presence feels sharper. And her hair is not even that long. That is the blunt jaw-length bob at work. And most women over 50 have either never tried it or tried the wrong version of it. Here is what your current cut might be doing without you realizing it. Long, shapeless layers that drag past your shoulders are pulling your face down with them. Gravity is already working against your jaw and cheek line after 50. Your hair should be countering that, not joining forces with it. The blunt jaw-length bob creates a clean horizontal line exactly where your face needs it. That line draws the eye outward across your jaw, making it read as wider and more defined. It creates the optical illusion of structure your face had naturally 20 years ago. Honestly, this is the one I wish someone had whispered to me before I spent years growing out length I never needed. This one is everything. The fix is not about going shorter in a drastic way. It is about cutting to the right length with a clean, blunt edge. Not feathered, not wispy, not thinned out at the ends. Wispy ends disappear and leave your face looking soft in all the wrong places. A clean, blunt line holds the structure. If you are still wearing length below the collarbone with soft, wispy layers, swap it for a blunt cut landing right at or just above the jawline. The difference is immediate and visible in photographs. Keep your blunt bob fresh with a trim every 6 to 7 weeks. The moment those ends start to feather from natural wear, the structure softens and the lift disappears with it. This is the one that made a friend of mine stop mid-conversation and ask what changed, and she had not touched her color or her makeup. It was only the line. Coming up next, the layered cut that opens your eyes without a single stroke of liner. Part 2, the face framing layer that opens your eyes. You spent real time this morning on your eye makeup. Liner, shadow, a careful hand. And somehow your eyes still looked a little buried when you checked the mirror before leaving. Your cut is working against your beautiful eyes, and you had no way of knowing. After 50, the brow bone naturally lowers slightly, and the temples begin to flatten. When your hair has no movement at the front, no shape that leads the eye upward, your eyes read as smaller and heavier than they are. It is not your makeup. It is the frame around your face. There is one technique that changes how your entire face reads on camera and in person. And your colorist or stylist can set it up in one appointment. Face framing layers that begin at the cheekbone and angle forward toward the chin create a visual arrow that points directly toward your eyes. The eye follows that movement upward. Your gaze becomes the first thing anyone notices. Not your jaw, not your neck, not your hairline. The key is placement. These layers must start at the cheekbone, not at the crown, not at the ear. When they start too high, they widen the forehead. When they start too low, they lose the lift entirely. If you are still wearing all one-length hair with no movement at the front, swap it for soft face framing layers cut from the cheekbone forward. Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it shows. Yes. That simple. This is the fix that works in 48 hours, not 48 days. One appointment, and your eyes read completely differently in every photo you take. Maintain those front layers with a shape-up every 8 weeks. The moment they grow past your jawline without reshaping, the upward arrow disappears and the heaviness creeps back. This is the one tip that made a woman in my community message me to say she had received 3 compliments in one day, and she had not changed a single other thing. In part 3, We are going into the one cut that handles the thing every woman over 50 privately worries about most, and almost nobody talks about it out loud. Part 3. The soft pixie that addresses crown thinning. You know what it feels like to stand in certain lighting and suddenly see it. The thinning at the crown, the scalp showing more than it used to, the volume that used to be there, and is not anymore. You are not imagining it. And you are absolutely not alone in this. Crown thinning after 50 is one of the most common and least discussed changes women face. Hormonal shifts after menopause directly affect hair density and diameter, which means the root of the issue is biological. Not something you caused, not something you failed to prevent. Here is what most women do. They grow their hair longer hoping to cover it. And that is exactly what ages them faster. Longer, flatter hair lies against the scalp and makes thinning areas more visible, not less. The weight of the length pulls what volume is left completely flat. The soft textured pixie solves this specifically. Short layers at the crown are cut with internal texture. Not razored, not blunt, but point cut to create movement within the hair itself. That internal movement creates the appearance of volume from the root. The crown looks full. The scalp disappears. Honestly, this is the cut I wish every woman found 10 years before she actually does. If you are still using length to hide thinning, swap it for a soft pixie with point cut texture at the crown. The crown fullness alone reads as years younger in every room you walk into. Use a volumizing mousse at the roots before styling, applied to damp hair, not dry. That one step preserves the lift your cut is designed to create throughout the entire day. This is the transformation that makes women in the salon chair go quiet for a moment, then smile in a way that has nothing to do with how they looked before and everything to do with how they feel right now. Part 4 is where we get into the cut that does something no product can do, and it costs less than the serums in your bathroom cabinet. Part 4. The lob that softens without aging. There is something between the short cut and the long shapeless length. A place most women skip entirely because nobody told them it existed. That place is the lob. And it might be the single most universally flattering cut for women over 50. The long bob, landing between the chin and the collarbone, keeps enough length to feel feminine and versatile while staying short enough to avoid the weight and drag of longer styles. But the version that matters is not just any lob. It is the lob with a soft inward curl at the ends. Here is the detail that changes everything. When the ends curl slightly inward toward the face and jaw, they create a soft frame that hugs the lower face. That frame draws attention to your eyes and cheekbones, your natural elegance, and visually minimizes any softness along the jaw or neck. A straight blunt lob with no movement sits flat against your face and gives nothing back. An inward curled lob wraps your face in soft architecture. Same length, completely different result. This is the one that changed how I think about length entirely. If you are wearing a flat straight lob with no end movement, swap it for the same length with a soft inward bend at the ends. The jaw softens, the eyes lift, and the whole face reads as younger in photographs and in person. Refresh the inward curl with a large barrel iron every 2 to 3 days, a single pass per section, nothing more. Over-curling collapses the shape. One pass gives you the movement without the weight. Yes, that's simple. This is the cut a woman in her early 60s described as the first time in 15 years she felt genuinely like herself in a photograph. Not styled, not made up, just herself, only brighter. Part 5 is where we finish strong, and the final cut addresses the one thing that changes your entire silhouette, not just your face. Part 5. The layered shag that restores movement and youth. Bold statement. The way your hair moves when you walk into a room says more about your age than almost any other single thing. Flat, unmoved, lifeless hair communicates heaviness and stillness. Even if your face is glowing and your outfit is perfect, hair with movement communicates aliveness. And the layered shag brings that movement back in a way that nothing else quite does. The modern layered shag for women over 50 is not the choppy shag of decades past. It is a refined, intentional version, with layers cut to create flow, not chaos. Volume at the crown. Lightness through the mid-lengths. Soft, lived-in movement at the ends. Here is what no one says out loud. When hair sits flat without movement, the eye travels straight down and lands on your neck, your jaw, the things you are most self-conscious about. When hair has layered movement, The eye bounces through the layers and stays near your face. Your jawline stops being the destination. Your eyes become it. Swap heavy, single-length hair with no texture for a layered shag with weight removed through the mid-lengths and intentional movement built in at every level. The difference in photographs is not subtle. It is immediate. There is one technique that preserves the movement in a layered shag between appointments. Air dry 70% of the way. Then finish with a diffuser using a low heat setting and a gentle scrunching motion. That process sets the natural movement your layers were cut to create, without heat damage collapsing the texture over time. This is the one that made a woman tell me she had forgotten what it felt like to feel attractive when she walked past a window. Your bone structure and your natural elegance were always there. This cut simply lets them arrive before you do. You needed to hear this. If you are still wearing heavy single-length hair with no texture and no movement, swap it for the modern layered shag, and give your hair permission to move the way it always wanted to. You will not recognize how still and heavy everything felt before, until you feel the difference. You just learned 5 specific haircuts, each one designed for the exact changes your face and hair experience after 50. Most women spend years searching for answers in the wrong places. You now have 5 of them in one sitting. You did not just watch a video. You changed how you will look the next time you sit in that salon chair. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now you know exactly how to show it. Tell me, which of these 5 haircuts are you taking to your next salon appointment? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know which one spoke to you most. Next time, we are going into the one color mistake that adds 10 years to your face before you even leave the house. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.